Well, hello everybody on a Sunday. It's the Punisher here. Uh, wow, good to be back. Let's go down the board. One, I'm drinking some Macallan's. Macallan's 12. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Patriot. Hell yeah, it's about time. The Punisher came back. Thank you, Jesus. AQ, hello, Patriots. God's blessings from Susan. Happy 2026. I'd like to say happy 2026 to everybody here. Here comes the sun, and you never let your feelings show. Well, isn't that great? I want to come on here and cry in my beer. Why are you mad? God bless you, sir. Cliff says Klamath Falls, Oregon. Excuse me. Birdie Deem 9703. God bless you, Punisher. Keep them heads a rolling. Okay, Christina Susan, hi ladies. Jocelyn, Stacy says, oops, and Patriots, hello, my friend. Never figured out this TurboTax person. What kind of username is TurboTax? Thing jumped. Messages jumped. Now I got to scroll back up and see where the hell I was. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Wow. There we go. TurboTax. Happy Sunday, Punisher. But what is the name? TurboTax Miller. That sounds like an odd name. Stacy, how is it, everyone? I'm so glad there's a live today. Yes, Punisher's back. God loves you, dearest warriors. You in Klamath Falls, Washington. Yes, I have an aunt and uncle that lived there for years. You know the. Yep. I mean, I lived out that area. Of course, I've said before that I grew up in Oregon, Washington area. I am currently running Johnny Walker Blue. Wow. You're drinking that, you're saying? Because that's one of those high-end ones. Okay, every breath you take, I have a breath. That's the Police. Let's see. Oh, yes, I know every single day. Sweet Jenna Rainbows. You were my sunshine, my only sunshine. Here comes the sun, little baby. Carla Zillman. Happy Sunday, Mr. Punisher. How was your day? My day has been good. Dun 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 dun. Sweet Jenna Rainbows. It's really nice to be part of a family. Thank you. I'm too excited, y'all. Yep. Me too. Oh my God. After my husband Gary and I have been through, it's time. A happy new year. Okay. John Woods. Hello, all. Wow, there's a lot of comments. While people were waiting. Happy New Year. Hello, Punisher. Hello, Punisher, my old friend. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The sound of silence. Yeah, you like that Santa Jaws hat? Somebody's liking that? Santa Jaws. Here comes Santa Jaws. Here comes Santa Jaws. I'm still in the Christmas mood for a couple more days. I can wear the hat if I want. Dawn says, hey, Punisher. Well, hello, Dawn. It is the one and only, the Punisher extraordinaire. All right. Allie. She come from a land down under. Glad you're sounding better. Thank you. I am sounding better. I'm probably looking better too. Look at that. Yep. I won't tell you how many pounds I'm down now. I'm not going to say it. If I turn sideways, I may just disappear. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. So, someone says I look amazing. As usual, I'll pay that bill later on. Santa Jaws, you like the shark, I believe. Yeah, it was a family gift a few years back. And I just decided I'm going to put on a different hat tonight with a dingo ball. See, you got a dingo ball on the top. Dingo ballies. John says lots to talk about this evening. Yes, let us address the almighty elephant in the room. And it's not an elephant that we're afraid to discuss. It's an elephant that we want to discuss. The takedown. Nicolas Maduro and his wife taken down by a secret operation, and liberals are busting their necks trying to come to grips with this. And what's really funny is they don't even know. They don't know a couple of things. They don't know that this guy was not even the rightfully elected leader of Venezuela. He lost a resounding loss and they just took charge. Called a dictator. I read, Venezuelans are largely very happy about this. Maybe about 25% or so that were used to the living under the pressure of this dictatorship. You know that what I read was that the people were so poor that they were given food by the government in these boxes, and these little boxes would have like some oil and some noodles and I don't know, a couple of eggs, and sometimes they would come to your doorstep, sometimes they would not show up, and sometimes you were hungry and sometimes you were not, but they relied on it so much they didn't want to cause any scuffle, so they would not rise up against the government. So some of the people that got used to that are also some of the ones who didn't want to upset the apple cart. But most, and if you see Venezuelans over here, they're very happy to see this maggot gone. But anyway, the Trump administration did not acknowledge him as the rightful leader back in his first 45. The Biden administration did not acknowledge him as the rightful Venezuelan leader. The Trump administration, 47, did not acknowledge him as the rightful leader of Venezuela. The Biden administration in 2020 had indictments out for his arrest under the Biden administration, ladies and gentlemen. So what did President Trump do? I like Jonathan Turley. Jonathan Turley is a constitutional lawyer who teaches at Georgetown University. Georgetown? George Mason? Yeah. Anyway, he's a renowned expert on constitutional law. And he's not just a suck up to the Trump administration. It just so happens that he leans right because they happen to be more right, because they're for the Constitution. And President Trump had absolutely every right to do what he did without any need to go to Congress or get any kind of approval. And then let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can't trust the liberals. These guys hate President Trump so badly that even if they agreed that Maduro should be captured, they would have leaked the operation in order for him to fail on the mission just because it's President Trump. That's how bad it is. So no, you can't tell them, because you can't tell a single one. They cannot be trusted with operational mission information. So yes, Carla, Jonathan Turley is a very intelligent man. He'll call the shots. Like I say, he's not just a pro-Trumper. It just so happens that Republican views tend to be more right than liberals, and he'll call it if it's a little off here and there. But that's right, no leaks. You can't afford leaks with something like that. Holy cow, this thing took months to plan, and they did it. They did it. Nicolas Maduro was found to be in his skivvies when they got him just before he closed the door. No, he wasn't in his skivvies, but he was barely dressed, I guess. He was in his night stuff. Yep. And he was about to pull the door closed on his hideaway, and bam, we went in and we got it. Didn't lose a single American. Now, I didn't want to go too far and say that nobody died, because my guess is we probably mowed down a few in the process defending him. But otherwise, it was a very, very safe operation. I think one of the helicopters took some incoming rounds. I think somebody may have been shot, but not deadly, and everybody is alive and well. And Maduro is sitting in a prison. They put him on the Iwo Jima, I guess, first, and then he, it was a combination of boat, plane, helicopter, and now he's sitting in a prison up in New York, where we have to be very careful that Mamdani doesn't release him, because what the hell's going on in New York already? Some Marxist group immediately hit the streets, free Maduro. Holy, can you even believe that? Can you even believe that that is going on? The answer is yes, you can believe that. Because one thing Democrats are good at is they're good at defending criminals. They're very, very good at it. Very, very good at it. By the way, I felt a wild hair today, so to speak, and that fella that wrote me off about a year or so ago, a year and a couple of months now, a year and a month. Well, it was shortly after election, November 24. Don't ask me why. Karma, perhaps. I felt the need to extend an olive branch. I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that. I did that because I wanted to see the response, whether there was a response or not. It just so happens, it's funny, there's a guy named Vance on here. Well, that's that guy's name. It just so happens I literally received the email response 2 minutes before this broadcast. I'm going to read just a little bit of it to you. This is real stuff, real live. And I wrote with the subject of Happy New Year. And I made a short little commentary about, hey, brother, hope everything's okay with you. Not exactly sure what happened, but I'll chalk it up to disagreements on positions on things and so forth. I said, in any case, it was a pleasure working with you, and no need to respond if you don't care to. It's all good. But otherwise, enjoy life. It was really called closure. I did not even mention politics in the email. I purposely did not mention politics. His response, however, was completely 100% Trump derangement politics. My issue with Trump, I'm reading part of it, isn't about party. It's about the rule of law and the Constitution. He factually stole multiple boxes of classified documents, lied about having them, refused to return them, shared them with foreigners, and attempted to overturn a free and fair election. These aren't opinions. These are factual findings laid out in court filings and testimony. This is a guy, like I said, who thinks he knows everything. He literally lectures people. He will tell you that you shouldn't believe in your Lord or whatever your beliefs are, and as if he is the one and only. Then he goes on about the recent testimony from Jack Smith, and of course he defends Jack Smith. He's crazy. Misinformation is a serious problem in this country, especially on the far right, and sometimes on the far left too. Okay, well, there's good to see some acknowledgement there. I don't give either side a pass. I ground my views in evidence, not loyalty. Meanwhile, he couldn't be more loyalty to a party that suffered a horrible loss after putting forward Kamala illegally. She didn't even win the nomination. This is also a guy who one of the last things he said was, Kamala was my first choice. I would have thought of somebody better like Adam Schiff or something like that. And I laughed. I said, you got to be kidding me. Am I really hearing somebody saying Adam Schiff for president? But yeah, he said that. So this tells you the seriousness of his delusion. Let's see. I watch these events happen and follow the facts as they unfold. You advertise that you fall for a far-right misinformation, even though you deny it vehemently. I can prove that unequivocally. What? So when someone supports Trump as a good guy, that's not something I can just agree to disagree on. I'm not interested. Here it is, baby. I'm not interested in being friends with people who place a pathological lying con man above our country and its constitution. I hope you understand, and I wish you the best. And I wish him the best, too, in all of his psychological disturbed views. But that just shows, I said I was going to read part of it, I read the whole thing. That just shows just how deranged. I mean, every single thing that we believe Trump is doing right, they believe he is doing wrong. Right now, one of the first things I saw this guy, because I have a backtrack to see his posts. Right away, they posted that the Maduro thing was a diversion, of course, illegal diversion from the Epstein files. Now, folks, we can go on and on about the Epstein files. Yeah, we had our own party to saying, release the damn Epstein files. And Trump at one point was like, God damn, it's enough of the freaking Epstein file. But the funniest part of this is how liberals can turn on a dime and suddenly say that the reason those files aren't released is because Trump's name is buried in there and they call him a pedophile and everything else. And it's like, are you guys so freaking stupid that you forgot who held the files for 4 years? ? They held the files for 4 years. Not a single Democrat asked during those 4 years to release the Epstein files. This is it's unbelievable, because we all know, as they sat on those files, if they had one single iota of anything on President Trump, it would have been out. It would have been out. They would have done anything to ruin the 2024 election. Absolutely crazy.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, I didn't ask you, did I? Something. So anyway, I am now of clear conscience. I do not see any need for a back and forth. I will not respond to this individual ever again in the existence of Kirkhood. And it's quite relieving, I have to tell you. It was like my own therapy session. Speaking of therapy, anybody watch Landman? The episode of Landman today? Woo-wee! Yeah, I got to tell you there. Let's see. Let me get him right. Oh, hey, everybody. Sam Elliott. It's hard to get. Hey, Miho. There we go. Hey, Miho. I just got me that physical therapist out there in the pool. Funny enough, he sounds a lot like Jed. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Hello, my Punisher family from Marjorie. This is Marjorie. Brian is watching his home team NFL game, Buffalo Bills. Well, congratulations. He definitely does not want to interrupt that game for this nonsense over here. Hey, Marjorie, good evening. But tell him hi. That was Biden. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, my Mr. Email guy. What? Huh? Tiger Shark. Nikki, did they win? Awesome. Shifty Schiff. Yep, you said. This is a guy who actually said Shifty Schiff could have been one of his choices. Shifty Schiff. I mean, that's almost more laughable than Kamala. I don't even know what. Holy cow, are you kidding me? Hell. Shifty Schiff. But another thing that little interaction shows is liberals aren't capable of listening to two sides of a conversation, and they quite literally can't be friends with a member of the opposite party. That's crazy. I have some liberal friends, and you'd be surprised once again how many things you have in common when you're not yapping about freaking politics all the time. So, but there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, dang lefties going crazy across all channels. Yeah. Email guy must not last much in life. No, what he does, look, he's a fine editor. I give him his credit. I worked with him on some films and did some stuff. And knowing him, he would now bash my work because it's his obligation to do so. But I credit him for doing fine work. Although he has some freaking weird, strange passion with ravens. He's always out filming birds. People that are filming birds just a little too much. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Something about the birds, just too much. But his page is littered with nothing but Trump shit. And a few things here and there. It's constantly Trump. And soon enough, by the way, he'll be talking about the crazy people who believe in in this furry Easter bunny who runs around. That's what he does. He bashes everybody else's beliefs but his own, and thinks that he is the ruling hand of all things in this world. But it's too bad. It's too bad. But he's not a very smart guy. Not a very smart guy. Yeah. And yeah, I was going to say something, but I'll leave that alone. So that conversation's over. My sister-in-law still has a Harris sticker on her refrigerator and a Barack Obama book and Michelle Obama book under her TV, displayed for all to see. It's not like there to help keep the TV level. That's funny. That's funny. It's not okay, Shifty. Rent-free, living in his brain. It's been a long road, Mr. P. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Too funny. Too funny. So I now hold the moral high ground on this because I have the ability for intellectual thought. And anyway, he's just plain wrong. I'm MAGA, but I like Kamala. Well, Kimberly, nothing wrong with that. You can like a person. She just wasn't all that intelligent. She was a horrible candidate. She couldn't answer a question. She couldn't even form a thought on her own. So, but no ill will towards you for liking Kamala. Some people can be likable too and just be horrible candidates. Which is also another thing I'll bring up. Look, I respect the office of the presidency. Whoever wins the presidency is my president. Like it or not, when the person holds the office of presidency in these United States and you are a U.S. citizen, that person is your president. I will believe that till the day I die. You don't have to approve or be in sync with everything that they do. But if that door opened up right now, if that door opened up and President Barack Obama walked in, do you think I'm not going to shake the man's hand? He was the president of the United States. There's respect, and then there's being an asshole. And I would do the right thing. Yes, Carol. So, and I know even some right here would disagree with that, but guess what? That's what I'd do. Any president walks through that damn door, I would extend my hand. And I would stand up, by the way. Tina says I'm playing hide and seek. Haven't played that forever. It's fun. Yeah, who you hiding from? Are you attending a big kickoff tomorrow, 250th anniversary? No, I won't be down in DC. I don't do DC. I've been down there enough already. I've been to the Smithsonian stuff. I've been to Arlington Cemetery a number of times. I've been to the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Monument. I've been to the NASA thing, Space Museum. I've pretty well been through almost everything down there, and I don't like the hustle and bustle of Washington, D.C. Maduro is supposed to make his first court appearance tomorrow. Yes, it's probably so. Yeah, they're going to fast track this thing. You're so kind, Mr. Punisher, and merciful. You are a better man than I am a woman. That's true. That's why I said I know people here would not do the same. But guess what? That's what you do. That's what you do. Otherwise, you become one of them. Without rules, you live with the animals. That's what they say in John Wick. That was a crazy light scene on the freaking Washington Monument. I'm sitting there trying to think of how the hell they did that. It's 4 sides with a slight angle. They had to present this movie on all 4 sides of the monument, perfectly, seamlessly around each edge. Oh my God, it was crazy. I need to know the technology behind that. Maybe I do. Have Trump world and Melania pick. It keeps away the slumlord. What do you mean? Marjorie says, thank you, Punisher. Yeah. Giddy up. Yep. Carol says, you can do it, your Facebook post. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You guys remember that? You can do it. That was what that guy said to the little gymnast, Scruggs. Was that her name, Scruggs? You can do it. You can do it. And she's hobbling around all busted up and winning the Olympics years ago. You can do it. You can do it. I was impressed by the video of the film. Bravo. Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I got some pretty cool stuff out there. Did she do it? Yes, she did it. She won. This was that Scruggs girl, little tiny thing from years ago. She was all busted up. Ankle was like practically broken. And he said, you can do it. You can do it. And she did it and practically died doing it. I don't know what you're saying there, AQ. Oh, yeah. How much silver did Venezuela have? 43.5 cubits. I don't know how much silver they had. How would I know? But I know I just bought some silver, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few ounces. Just bought a few ounces of silver. Get your silver. Price is going up. Let's see. Should be looking towards January 6th for any indictments. What? I'm so done with January 6th. I just bought some more silver too, says Carol. Mm-hmm. Silver to the moon. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Da 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 da. Silver and gold. Did you take your Christmas decorations down yet? Most, yes. Some of them started coming down today. The ones here in the studio are down, except for the leg lamp. That's the leg lamp still there. I was like, God, I almost want to leave the leg lamp up. But on 1 January in the cold, I promptly go out and I remove the lights from outside. It's been my thing. And I'll leave the Christmas tree lit up for a little while. It's lit up right now. Most of the decorations are off of it. Some miscellaneous things around the house are still up. And then the part that I dread most will happen in the next few days, no later than Saturday. And that is dragging that tree out the door. It is the worst thing. I dread it every year because I still use a live tree, ladies and gentlemen. But it dries up by about the 15th of December and it gets crunkly. Well, now I know that the base is still full of water. I need to get a little siphon hose or something and suck it out because it's so hard because you got to take that tree and you got to turn it over on that side. Oh my God, I dread this. So I will take that tree. I will tape some plastic bags to cover the sides of the door and the doorway. Tape it up there so that I can lay it down. And there's only one way to do it. You grab the base of that sucker and you pull it out the door. You pull it out the door. And then there's needles and everything everywhere. And there's a puddle of water. And then like, ah. And then comes relief. Once that's all swept up and mopped up, sopped up, fortunately it's a wood floor, then you can finally say it's over. Yes, Macallan's 12 is great. Marjorie says, yes, leave the leg lamp. I have to tend to agree. Monica says, what you drinking? I'm drinking this Macallan's 12 right here. I don't have to do a dry January. I know a guy that does. My head itches with this hat. Because surprisingly, I've had a natural reduction. Whatever. I've reduced the intake as a natural course of business just because I haven't felt like it. So maybe it's just happening, ladies and gentlemen. Greek Orthodox Christmas on January 7th. Don't forget. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Did I miss any comments here? Let's see. Nikki says, I used to have a pony called Tonto. Tonto. Yeah. Okay, did you take your last step? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Mary Lou Retton. No, not Mary Lou Retton. Yes, Carol. She did it for him. I'm not sure what you mean there, Teener. Okay. So, We get to look forward to the next holiday. Okay, great. Leave it up and decorate it for Valentine's and Easter if you water it. No. We're talking about a dried up, crispy tree. It's not. Yeah, you can't go just redecorating this thing. Yeah. The mention of Tonto made me think, hi ho silver, away. Yes, that's the first thing that came to my mind too. Tonto. My daughter took lessons on a horse named TriStar. He was a 5-time world champion, the sweetest horse. Yep. Que sera. AQ says, I'm glad you're 100 today. I know I just turned 100 yesterday. I don't look a day over 92. That girl that broke her foot up, she did it for him. Oh, yes. You can do it. Yep. Melania looked wonderful. Carla, Happy New Year 2026, everyone. Mm-hmm. And what about Doris Day? What? Okay. Da-da-da-dun-da-dun. So I've rewatched a couple of movies. Man, I was struggling the last couple of days trying to find shit to watch. Sometimes you can just poke around Prime and Netflix and every damn thing you got, and you can't find a thing you want to watch. Had a few false starts. It's like, okay, I'll start this for a little bit. Then you're like, shit, I don't really want to watch that. But what I did rewatch, tell you what, that Brad Pitt F1 movie, fantastic movie. I watched it again. And then that led me to want to watch Ford versus Ferrari again. What a great movie. Great movies. Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah. Joy says, hi, Punisher. Long time since I have been on a live. I like your hat. Was that made just for you? No, purchased for me. Santa Jaws. Thank you. Evil War Woman. Save time on cleaning up needles and go to the Dollar Tree and get a drop cloth, duct tape, wrap around tree. Well, it's still, I've tried all that stuff. When you have needles, they get everywhere. It's not, they're not, you don't just contain them. And then when you're undecorating, they're popping off all over the place too. I tried one of those bags before, complete nonsense. Yeah. We just watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The movie is 48 years old. Isn't that crazy? Well, yeah. Yeah. And I watched Jaws, and Jaws is 50 years old. My life is literally a mama told me when I was young guide. It's weird. Okay. What happened to Richard Dreyfuss? He's still out there. You can find him in Piranha 3D. He has a cameo. Ford versus Ferrari 222. What? Stacy says, I watched half of Jaws. It's all I could do. Was it the first half or the second half? Was it the first half of the body or the second half? Brian is going to burn our tree this coming weekend. We are like you. Just drag that sucker out, sweep up what you can, and leave the rest for next Christmas. Yep. The local place picks up here on either Monday the 5th, which is tomorrow, or Monday the 12th, which is next week, and I'm definitely not doing it for tomorrow. So, yeah. Carrie Scroggins, is that the one? Is it the one? Did you look it up? I could swear it was Scruggs or something, but Scroggins? Yep. You can do it. You can do it. We throw our tree out in the woods at our land. No tree pickup. Yep, you can do that. You can do that. Throw it out in the back. Oh, don't ask me my favorite movie. There's too many movies. Too many movies. It's like asking a favorite song. Sorry, I got too many. The moment I say one, I think of another. My daughter loves sharks, and everybody knows that Jaws is definitely on one of my up on the list. She wanted to be a marine biologist when she was little. Well, probably after Richard Dreyfuss's character. He lived. Have you ever watched any of the Doctor Who series? No, I have not. Salute to all of our armed forces and all of our precious veterans. Much love to all of them. They deserve the best of everything in life. Yes, that is correct, Tina. They deserve the absolute best. All of our young veterans, old veterans, especially those older ones who need special care and treatment, they deserve only the best. Only the best. That's right. Yep. Jaws is scary. So, do we pay taxes anymore or not? Look, like, you have to pay your taxes. I can't tell you not to pay your taxes. I pay my taxes. Tracy Wu says, "Oh my goodness, finally made it. The biggest love to you, Punisher and Patriots. Welcome, Tracy." Well, Stacy somehow hasn't paid taxes in 55 years. How you got away with that is beyond me, but hats off to you. 5 years, she means. Carol, I don't know why, and I feel the same about Jurassic Park. Yep, Jurassic Park. I'm all kind of amazing, Punisher. Yep. So, everybody's been tracking. Wasn't it quite coincidental? Operation Johnny Walker Blue is initiated, and what the heck goes down? What goes down? Carol says, "My husband watches the most violent movies. I can't take it." Oh, then you must not love John Wick. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. I watched the entire series of John Wick again over this holiday, which I tend to do. Hello, everybody, says Tamara. Allie says, just have to go swimming in our local beach at the moment. Coming in very close. Sharks. She's there in the summer. Ladies and gentlemen, we're freezing our asses off, and Allie's in the summer. She's in the summer. John Wick is great. You're damn right. Jaws is scary. It scared my papa right out of the movie at the local Odeon Theater. Scared your papa right out of the movie? Holy cow. Dawn says she loves John Wick too. Yep. Everybody loves John Wick. You might see the resemblance to John Wick right here. Happy New Year, Punisher. A good start. A good start listening to you. Thank you. Okay. May 2026, bring world peace. It's always nice to have peace. Yes, world peace for everybody. That's another funny sketch, by the way. I watched the whole thing with world peace. The remember I told you about the Steve Martin drink bit with the coat and the drink. You got to watch the one on the world peace and have all of the children of the world holding hand in hand, stretched around the world for peace. And it's very funny. It's a very funny one too. You know, I never saw John Wick, but he fought for his wife and dog. Yeah. John Wick is a man of focus. A man of focus. Something you are not, son. Not you. I once saw him kill 3 people in a bar with a pencil. A freaking pencil! Who can do that? With a pencil. And you hear the Russians say that. I once saw him kill 3 people in a bar with a pencil. A fucking pencil! You need to get on with the John Wick. If you haven't seen it, start at number 1. And yeah, you kill a man's dog and steal his car, and the whole world is going to come unhinged. And by the way, it looks like John Wick 5 is going to be made. Or the Mission Impossibles. Holy cow. You got to watch those. Those are so entertaining. Those are so entertaining. Yeah, Nikki says, I like the John Wick movies too. Yeah. We are the world. We are the people. Blah, blah, blah. We are the world. We are the people. No, that's not how it goes. We are the world. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true. Make a better day, just you and me. Sing it! Yep. That's another one. The making of We Are the World is freaking great, man. I thought You Can Do It was from Adam Sandler movies. They probably stole that line. That was, look up the Scruggs guy, whatever the thing. You can do it. He's like a Ukrainian coach or something like that. Who sings that? Friggin' Minority? You talking about the We Are the World? It's a whole group of people. Yeah, you got to see that. Let them sing it. Yeah, I hadn't heard about a new Matrix coming out. No. Who is John Galt? I don't know. The first one on blah blah blah. Michael Jackson, We Are the World. Yes, he wrote it, but it was old Lionel Richie, I believe, was the mastermind behind this thing. And the documentary on that is freaking incredible. What it took to get all those people in studio to do this thing was freaking crazy. And then the one that stole the show was what's her face? Gals just want to have Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, she's crazy, man. Just can't have it. There's a funny AI video of Trump and other world leaders singing We Are the World. I need to see that one. Excuse me. I need to see that one. Yep, Lionel Richie. Yep. He put it together. It was tough. I mean, they brought some folks together. There was only like one that bailed on him. He had a bad attitude. It was a country singer guy. I think she's going to call the White House, thank the POTUS. That's a good thing. Yep, like herding cats. It was indeed like herding cats. Makes me want to watch it again, actually. Yeah, but it was crazy. They had to get all these folks in there. They took the opportunity after an award show, apparently. They timed it with that because they knew so many people would be in the area. John Wick leaves Mission Impossible for dead. What? Not even sure what that means. Tina Turner. What did you say? I was Tina Turner? Yeah, Tina Turner was in there, right? Yeah. Yeah, Huey Lewis. He played a critical role too. Huey Lewis. He had a good line. And yeah, great stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Sing old Lang. You know, it's funny. There's certain songs that I have no idea what the words are. I know the name of that song because you wrote it. I can never remember the name of that song, and I have no idea what the words are. So start typing the words, and I will sing them. How does it go? Should old acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot in the days of old? Yeah, I can't even freaking pronounce the word. Geez, it's almost an hour. Where did the time go? It went. Time flies. I said, Monica, before that I don't do resolutions. I don't see any need to do resolutions. I try to just do things as they come up. So, yeah, Tina nailed it. I don't do resolutions. Everybody knows the number one resolution is to lose weight, and then they ruin that within 2 weeks. So, why make a resolution that you know is going to fail? Some make a resolution to drink more water. That's a resolution you can keep. Some do a resolution to drink less. It's a resolution you could keep if you try. You sound like my mom, Marjorie. She has read about the same amount. Read about the same amount. What? Say what? Should old acquaintance be? I never did make resolutions, says Tina. Nikki, I think I almost have a problem. As soon as I make a resolution, I break. Is that bad luck? That's why I said, don't worry about resolutions. Just try and be good, I guess. Try and be good, but do that consistently without having to make it like, I'm going to start this on the first of the year. Are Reds rolling? Are Reds holding during this time? Yes, heads are rolling. Yeah. Can I really drink the water? I watched the water. I watched the water. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So here we are at the end of most people's vacations. If anybody was on vacation, almost everybody is going back to work. If we haven't already. Americans are having protests against Maduro arrest. Yes, I said that. This Marxist group overnight, literally before he arrived in New York, and they're already having organized protests in New York. Of course, Mamdani, who is now the mayor, immediately calls President Trump and says, I disagree with you on what you are doing. And now he's going to go ahead and ruin the city. He's got like terrorists on his staff, terrorist sympathizers on his staff. He's already, you know, retracted policies and executive orders by Eric Adams. One of them was a freaking anti-Semitic type of executive order that banned anti-Semitism, and he deleted it. I mean, unbelievable. New York will become the hub for anti-Jewish sentiment in the coming weeks, all because of Mamdani. And some of these people voted for him. That's really crazy. You vote for a guy who hates you. I mean, how dumb do you have to be? Some gays meditating? Yeah, anyway. Can you make a cocktail with bourbon? Yeah, you sure can. I make the old fashioned from time to time. That's a good one to make. Just whatever you do, don't go using your highest quality bourbon for a mixed drink. Okay, an old fashioned is reasonable to use a decent bourbon, but if you're doing some other type of mixed drink that has a lot of like Sprite or something like that in it, don't go wasting good stuff. Use some freaking Jim Beam or something like that. Yeah. He's going to ruin New York. Absolutely, he's going to ruin New York, and we're going to watch it live. We're going to watch it live. It's one of those things that you don't want to happen. You wish it wouldn't happen, but then again, the people that voted for this douche deserve what they get. So they get that. They wanted that. Then they should get it. All right, and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, wow. Show went very, very fast. Shed a tear 'cause I'm missing you, and it's still okay to smile. It's 2026 now for a while. A whole year. Hey, sugar. Yeah. Anyway, Scrooge's White Vulture. We'll talk later. Bye.